What's going on, guys? Big Mike, the 717 Alley here with you today. We're going to be finally finishing up the trailer. This has been a 6-month in the making project, and hopefully we can get this all wrapped up. We have just a few touches to do today, but before we get into that, I want to put this little video out here from myself, and also there is a clip from the United States Marine Corps that I want to share. Today is Monday Memorial Day, a day to remember those we've lost in our armed forces. And today is a holiday most people take for granted and think it's just a day off work, a day to cook out and have barbecues and play horseshoes all day, cornhole, things like that. Today is really a day that you should take the time to thank and remember those that have served and those that paid the ultimate sacrifice of their life defending this country and giving us the freedoms that we have. It's a holiday that a lot of people do kind of look over the true meaning, and I hope that you guys can take the time to understand the true meaning of this holiday. And any people that are currently watching this that are serving today or have retired from the military, I want to thank you. I can't thank you guys enough for defending this country with honor, with courage. And to those that we remember today, those that defended this country with their life, I can't thank you guys enough. I did see a sign from a local business that I did think was really cool. It says that if you want to thank a soldier, be the American that they fought for. That can't be any more true. Be the person that all those people died for whatever war it happened to be. Just honor them with your actions. Now, here's the quick little clip from the U.S. Marine Corps. It's only about a minute long. Go ahead, check this out. Listen to the words that are spoken and look at the images that are portrayed. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
The sight before us is that of a strong and good nation that stands in silence and remembers those who were loved and who, in return, loved their countrymen enough to die for them. Their lives remind us that freedom is not bought cheaply. It has a cost. We must try to honor them, not for their sakes alone, but for our own. And if words cannot repay the debt we owe these men, surely with our actions, we must strive to keep faith with them and with a vision that led them to battle and a final sacrifice. Our first obligation to them and ourselves is plain enough. The United States and the freedom for which it stands, the freedom for which they died, must endure and prosper.
All right, guys, well, I hope you liked that quick little clip from the U.S. Marine Corps. Now, we're finally going to be getting into this. We're going to put the final touches on the race trailer, the 6-month-long project. So let's dive right into this and get this wrapped up. Guys, so before we get into everything else with the trailer, there's one thing I want to add. So I had this little air compressor I got kind of handed down to me from my aunt. It works, but it doesn't really have the tank capacity. So we went out to Harbor Freight yesterday and managed to pick up this much bigger tank. It kind of fits the trailer a little bit better. And we're going to go ahead and get this mounted up to our spool. And we have it hardwired to our switch panel. Or not hardwired, but we have it plugged into our switch panel. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this buttoned up to our spool. Alright, guys, well, we got the air compressor all hooked up to our spool and hardwired into our switch panel here. Now the spool is big enough to where I can take this all the way to the back of the trailer. It's about, I believe, 40 feet of 1/2-inch air line, and that's enough to inflate our tires, use an air tool and kind of blow out the trailer if there's a lot of dust that gets in here. So starting at the front of the trailer, we did the workbench back in February. It took me a little bit of time to get some extra pieces put together. So what we did is we used 2x4s and 5/8 plywood. We took carpet squares, flipped them upside down, and used the rubber side and used those as our table. There were a few that needed trim, like you can see the seam running here. So for the most part, we built a 2-foot bench the whole way around, so we could just put each panel on and trim a little bit on the edges. We put a shelf up top, still made out of 2x4s and 5/8 plywood. We wrapped it in carpet, and then we put a nice LED shop light underneath. Now, the toolboxes and stuff, this one can be removed pretty easily. It just has 4 bolts holding it onto the table, or actually 2 bolts, one in each corner. And this one, however, if I ever go to get rid of this trailer, this one is going with it because I built the workbench around it. It actually, inside here, it boxes it in. So this toolbox cannot move. It's stuck with the trailer. Now, going with the rest of it too, we have some slight storage. I use this little edge here to put our chairs. We have outside, we have a receptacle on the outside of the trailer to plug in a generator. That receptacle surprisingly was $30 just for the outside piece. The inside I think was about $20 with some parts from Home Depot, or actually Ace Hardware. And then plugging that in, we have our switch panel that controls our air compressor, our lights, and it has 3 other plugs for any additional parts, but those I can only run off a generator or if I run an extension cord from the garage to the trailer. Then moving back from everything else, we have the wires for the actual trailer lights, which these run off my truck. So I got this switch panel off Amazon. It was about $18, and it has 5 switches, 1 12-volt plug like a cigarette plug, and 2 USBs, and a nice voltmeter. Usually when the truck's running, I get about just shy of 14 volts coming out of it, but we have 5 switches. 4 are in use. 1 is for the fan in our vent. 1 is for the LEDs that we put up last year. And then these 2 other videos, I think I had these wired up at that point. I put 2 LED pods above each door pointing down. That way at night when we're loading the trailer, we can flip those lights on and we can see outside without having to use these lights to try and broadcast some light outside the trailer. Moving further back, we have a 2x6 little box that I made that was enough to fit our fuel can, some of our tie downs in the ammo can. We have extra fluids, chain lube, sprays and things like that for the bike. We have a hook that holds our ratchets. Also, we have our handlebar tie down system, which I actually just picked up the other day. And via some track regulations, we have an ABC fire extinguisher that is fully charged, ready to go. Keep moving. We have our tie downs. These ones, I don't think I actually said about these. My grandfather had these made years ago, custom made from a buddy of his. They were supposed to be for another trailer for our dirt bikes years ago. We both got rid of our dirt bikes, so we never got to use them. And once I got this trailer and started racing, my grandfather said, hey, you can use them in your trailer. So these 2 wheel chocks were custom, along with that bracket in the middle. The D-rings were just some Amazon D-rings. I think they're rated for 1,500 pounds a piece. So I have 2 on the outsides. I have 4 back here to tie down the rear wheels, just in case. And as we keep moving out of the trailer, I used Behr patio paint to do the walls. We added some grip texture when we did the floors. So this is all outdoor patio paint. It's good to hold up for the sun. It's good to hold up for foot traffic. And along with the bikes, I mean, I could have done a garage floor coating, but just the price was way better to get 2 gallons of patio paint versus, I think, like a half gallon of garage paint, which wouldn't have even been able to do the walls. And I actually couldn't do the walls because you can't do vertical surfaces, apparently. Then moving even further back, we have the carpet that I put on the walls with the wood frame. The carpet is mainly for if a bike falls over against that, it's not going to rub the paint off, or it's not going to hurt the bike severely. The boost actually did fall over a few weeks ago going to the track. One of my ratchet straps actually slipped, and the bike laid up against that, and it actually didn't hurt the bike at all, surprisingly. The mirror just folded in a little bit, and luckily I have folding mirrors. So the carpet really did its job and protected the bike. And then going last but not least, we have the hooks that we have to hold my leathers. We put these 2 little tie downs, or these 3 little rings, on the wall. So I have my outdoor canopy, my loading ramps, the broom to clean out the trailer. But yeah, overall trailer wasn't too bad. Now, for today being the holiday that it is, we did have one other modification that I actually wanted to do a long time ago to go to the track, and that is we had to get a flag holder. So we have an American flag hanging on the trailer, and it's pretty nice. So the trailer is done. We can finally stop working on it. Like I said, I might do some tweaks just as like creature comforts, but overall, as a race trailer being built kind of from scratch, this project went very well. Didn't spend too much. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to tally up everything, but I could probably say with everything, the paint, the wood, all the electrical components, even if I throw the flagpole holder in, I would probably say we looked at everything at probably around $750 with everything. Now it all depends though too on what exactly you get. If you would go with a different type of wood, you might get a little bit more. Like if you do pressure treated, which I didn't, I just went with just some standard 2x4s, dry lumber. So as always, I hope you guys like the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys like the trailer. It's been a 6-month process to get this thing built, and I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. We're going to hopefully be hitting up the track. We'll see about getting out there next weekend and hopefully getting that 9-second mark for the Busa. We hit it before, but trying to get back into it this year and get the air shifter field kind of felt out a little bit. We still got some work to go to get deeper in the 9s because we're looking for that 8-second pass this year. So alright guys, as always, hope you like the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Also hit that little button next to that for notifications on the newest videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. And for any veterans or military service members watching this, thank you again for your service. And thank you to those that have lost their lives in the line of duty. See you guys on the next upload.